Hello, and welcome to today's Speaky Card reading. Today's topic is, what are your co workers gossiping about you behind your back these days? And for that, we have two piles, pile number one and pile number two. Guys, before we start, if you like my content, please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Hello, Pile 1. Let's see, what are your co-workers gossiping about you these days? All right. So your co-workers think that you are extremely driven, very passionate about your work. You're very self-made and you have a lot of energy and zeal to make something out of your life, out of your career. Especially this is a career related, your perspective related stuff from your co-workers perspective. So I'm saying they find you to be very competitive, very zealous, very driven, passionate, energetic about your work, especially even about your life. Yeah, the chariot card, somebody, if you put your mind to something, you just get it done. You are like a driven in a go kind of an energy. All right, so you are a person who is like, you know what, you have like those to-do lists. You're one of those people who would strike off the to-do lists, like I've got 5 things to do and I've done all of them. Now I've got 10 more things to do and let me just focus my energy on 10 more of those things. That kind of a person, very focused, very driven. You know where you want to see yourself like 5, 7, 10 years from now, and you have got those smaller blocks to be fulfilled, and you do them with utmost dedication and devotion. You're very dedicated and devoted when it comes to your work. You're also a social butterfly. You know, you tend to stand out in the crowd. That's something your co-workers gossip about. Like, even without even trying, your personality, the way you look, the way you dress, a lot of you could be a very chirpy, gregarious kind of a personality. Even if you are not a very like gregarious, outgoing personality, most of you probably are partially, at least, very social, very well spoken, very well dressed, a lot of people crushing on you, very colorful, dynamic. These are the gossips. Like, you tend to catch everybody's attention. Wherever you go, the limelight follows. And I'm seeing a lot of people, a lot of your co-workers actually being pretty envious of you. Clearly envy, I can sense that. Knight of Swords, you guys are those people who are like, usually you will work hard and party harder. Rather, you will party hard and work harder. You could party till 4 in the morning and start working by 6. That kind of a person you are. You are somebody who knows like what your priorities are, where your priorities lie. That, I believe, is a very important element for anybody in this life, that to know like where you need to see yourself, why you need to do the work, why am I doing what am I doing, where do I need to go from here. These questions you know very well. You know, you are somebody who could be very chirpy. At the same time, you know when you need to do the work. You're very serious when it comes to your work, when it comes to your priorities. So that is something that your colleagues gossip about, co-workers gossip about, that this is a person who would probably party. At the same time, they will never neglect their priorities and their life goals. Not just work, even your life goals, your fitness goals, your spiritual goals, your family, personal goals, financial goals. You will not sacrifice on those. A lot of you have a lot of romantic interest, a lot of people crushing on you, for sure. You have a very colorful and dynamic personality. In fact, for some of you, a back and forth flirtatious energy is something that I can see, and that's absolutely all right. I'm getting a lot of attention, lot of energy coming your way. And yes, your colleagues, your co-workers also gossip about how hardworking you are. You have always been, what I'm seeing is, you guys have always been very, very hardworking. You have sown your seeds pretty early on in life, and you've got a, with this Raven cards, guys, you have the blessings of your ancestors. What I'm seeing is, you guys have a very, um, you know, you have sown your seeds pretty early on in life. You guys have sown your seeds, and today I'm seeing those seeds are flourishing, those seeds are ripening, and you guys are getting to reap the benefits. You guys are getting to reap the results of the seeds that you had sown earlier. I'm seeing like initial years you barely got anything in return, but you kept on hopping, and today at last you guys are getting the return of investments on all the investments that you had made earlier on. Two of swords, you are a person who have been really disappointed in life. You know what, there was a time where you totally felt like giving up on life, not motivated. Maybe it was your inner demons, your procrastination, overthinking, fear of failure, but you totally felt like a failure on the insides. Maybe repeated failures in life, repeated backstabbings, and whatever disappointments, whatever else. And I'm seeing that you guys literally wanted to give up on life. You guys literally didn't want to carry on. The Hermit card is typically a person who is, this is a person I'm seeing who is like, you totally became a recluse. There was a time, today you are a social butterfly. Also, what I'm seeing is, a lot of you, on the surface you could be an extrovert, but on the inside you are actually a hermit, a recluse, who is more connected to nature and meditation. But this private life of yours is barely visible to people who are on the outside. A lot of you could be living this kind of a reality. But what I'm seeing is, your colleagues realize that, co-workers realize that there was a time you have been through a very tough period in your life, but you have sailed through. Selling through the difficult periods is the most important thing one can do in their lives. And kudos to you, my pile number ones. You guys did it really, really well. You have been through a very tough time where you were totally kicked out of your comfort zone, but you sailed through and you stood up. Tougher, this you is way tougher, way persevering, way resilient. Today you are a person who cannot be duped and deceived easily. Somebody who knows their own worth and are willing to work towards that full throttle. Seven of Wands, you're standing up against all odds. I'm seeing you are a person who is standing up against all odds. You are standing up against, these are the wolves. You are so principled, you are so brave, that you can actually go against the disapproval of anybody and everybody if you believe in something, and you are not scared to speak your truth, and people really respect that. Your colleagues, this forthright honesty is something that most of your colleagues respect about you a lot. Your colleagues also gossip about how charitable you are. You are known for your donations, for your compassionate nature. You are a very good teacher. You tend to impart a lot of knowledge to people, a lot of financial help to the best of your abilities. A lot of you could be actively into some kind of volunteer services. You are actually known for your compassionate and giving nature, and your colleagues really speak about it. You are genuinely, colleagues speak about like how capable, how dynamic this person is. You're also very wise. With this and this, it's such a stark combination. This is how complicated human character can be. Somebody who is very dynamic, forthright, driven, at the same time very hermetic, very wise beyond their age, somebody who is very, they know like what their limitations are. They have seen the worst of the worst in life, and they have endured it and have come out of it on the other side being fully rejuvenated. Seven of Pentacles, you are somebody who really lives their life with an attitude of gratitude. That is another thing that your colleagues really gossip about, because we, most of us, tend to whine and complain, but you have been through way worse. And you today, whatever you have, you didn't have it earlier, damn it. And you guys earned every bit of it, every penny you have earned with your own hard work, and you really appreciate it. Yeah, you are very nurturing, very compassionate, very caring. Your colleagues feel if you are a parent, you would make a fantastic parent. You're very good with kids. Maybe a lot of them, they tend to just park their kids with you, even in your office space. Like, you are so good with kids. And if you don't have kids, if you plan to be a parent, you will make a fantastic parent. A lot of them actually probably say it to you at face as well. Okay, yeah, you are very good. Like, you can become the center of a party. I'm seeing like you guys are very good at enjoying life, enjoying every moment, not just the happy moments. You try to look at the silver linings. Like, you are somebody who believes in enjoying every moment of life to the fullest, because you have seen tougher days. And that is something that your co-workers gossip about these days. You're also very stable, very resilient. When other people are totally, perturbed, you are not one of those. Yeah, very stable personality. I'm seeing a lot of Scorpio, Taurus, Capricorn, Sagittarius, Virgo. These are the signs I'm seeing typically. Be the light. Yeah, you are a person who is very, very, you are as like a ball of light to a lot of people. You're generous, compassionate nature. You tend to attract a lot of disturbed souls. Your presence can be very cathartic. Your speeches can be very healing, very deep and healing. Yeah, I'm seeing you guys are getting a lot of success, not just at work, even maybe some side hustle, maybe some hobby, maybe some extracurriculars. You're getting some awards, promotions there as well. And your colleagues are gossiping. A lot of you are getting hitched, or maybe moving in with your long-term partner. Some positive events are happening, and your colleagues are gossiping about it. You're also very grounded. Yes, you're very, like, on the surface you could be like jumping around, social butterfly, etc., etc., but on the inside you are actually a very driven but grounded person. Very grounded. You know what your limitations are. Be brave and honest. Yeah, you are a very brave and a very honest personality. This is something, your bravery and standing up and speaking your truth, that ability to do that is something that your colleagues really respect about you. A lot of people feel very connected. Like, I'm seeing a lot of people who are disturbed, who have been through disturbing situation. They tend to feel very attracted towards you. Your words are very deep. You are somebody who have a lot of faith in their abilities, in their dreams. Your colleagues literally think that your dreams and ambitions are pretty outlandish. A lot of you could be having a strong Aquarius. Your dreams are very humane. Like, a lot of you probably want to uplift humanity, that kind of thing, which maybe most of us mundane people will find very outlandish. But I'm seeing through your work, you could actually end up doing that as well. So that is something maybe your colleagues gossip about. Confidence is your key to success. That's what your colleagues feel, that this is a person who has been able to pull themselves out of utter chaos and failure, and have found so much success in life, is because of the confidence. Yeah, a Leo, a Scorpio can be significant. Walk through your fears. You are somebody who has literally, the ability to face your fears head on and moving on, the ability to look at your fear with the conviction and say that, what, come what may, I'm not gonna let you win. is something very few of us can do in life. You are one of those people, and I'm seeing that you guys have really succeeded in that. You are also being considered as a very lucky person, very, very lucky. Bore, face your problems head on with confidence and courage, and you will emerge victorious. You are a person who has managed to live life with a lot of conviction, a lot of courage, and confidence. You have managed to emerge victorious on the other side. I'm seeing like you are one of those people who believes in, yeah, walking through your fears and facing your problems head on. That is something that your colleagues really talk about, your co-workers really respect about you guys. Yeah, Wolverine, you're a lot tougher than you think you are. Your colleagues also feel and gossip that this is a very tough person, somebody who has been through a lot. Life tend to punch most of us in some way or the other, but you are somebody who has been punched repeatedly in the gut, and you have pulled yourself out of that scenario, out of that muddy, stinky situation, and you have walked your way up to success that you have found. So that is something that requires a lot of toughness, and you have all of that in you. That's what your colleagues think about you. Falcon, act on the opportunity that's before you and commit to it without equivocation. You are a person who knows exactly, you are very good at finding the opportunity at workplace. Maybe some people actually call you opportunistic. You're very good at identifying that opportunity and bang acting on those. You are one of those people who are very good at like acting on the opportunities that are available on table, and I'm seeing you do fantastically there. A lot of people actually call you opportunistic for that. Blue heron, make a stand for what you believe in exactly and do what feels right in spite of any judgment and disapproval from others. I love this kind of like, this is a confirmation card for me. You are somebody which like who stands up and speaks their mind even if it's totally against the popular opinion. You are a healer. A lot of you have a lot of healing qualities, cathartic effect. I'm seeing your speech is very cathartic. A lot of people tend to just feel like gravitated towards you because they feel that energy about you for sure. Wolf, you are a person who is usually laid back until you're being rubbed the wrong way. Somebody decides to rub you the wrong way. Then you can literally rip people apart. Those people who are trying to harass you, bully you, hurt you, you're totally capable of ripping them apart. So I'm seeing a lot of people actually are intimidated by that silent persona of yours as well. Expectations, don't seek anyone else's approval. Yes, I'm seeing that there was a time when you were a people pleaser. You seeked other people's opinion and you seeked other people's approval, but today you are no longer so. You no longer care what other people say, think, or do. You do your stuff, and that's it. So I'm seeing you guys have really moved on. You have managed to move on and ahead in life a lot. Make the change. You are a person, I'm seeing a lot of you have changed physically, like maybe gained muscles, lost weight, gained weight, but most of you have like some kind of enhancements. Like most people from the past can no longer, I'm seeing like an increase in status and increase in looks wise, maybe change in hair color, haircut, the way in which you dress, the way in which you talk, everything. There's an upgradation that has happened, and your colleagues are really, your co-workers are talking about it. You can manifest your every wish. Exactly. Your co-workers also feel that you are a perfect, awesome manifester. You can literally manifest anything and everything that you put your mind to. That is exactly what your colleagues feel and gossip about you. All right, now time for the guided messages, Palvan. You and your goodness mesmerizes me. Exactly. Your co-workers literally feel that you are a very good, charitable, empathetic human being. I wish I could be like you. A lot of your co-workers actually wishes that they could be like you. You are so magical. You make my world colorful. Yeah, you have a lot of admirers for sure. I love the maturity and sincerity you bring on table. Clearly, your co-workers are impressed by the maturity that you have. Of course, be there for others, but never leave your own self behind. You are a person who genuinely believes in self respect and self love. So clearly, you are a person who has at last learned the importance of prioritizing your own self, and that makes a lot of your co workers really respect you. You are that star whom I aspire to have. I really skip my heartbeat whenever you are near me. I'm seeing people are really, really crushing on you. You are so, so gorgeous. My heart goes boom, boom whenever you are near me. You have a lot of admirers for sure amongst your co workers, and others gossip about it. Alright, time for the charms. Okay, transformation and ladybug. Clearly, you have transformed a lot, and your co-workers feel you have been very fortunate. You have hidden both enemies and admirers. Your co-workers also feel that you are very blessed. You are an emancipated soul. Your co-workers have their eyes set on the success. You're getting some recognition and people are jealous. I'm sensing envy a lot. You are very, very wise. A lot of you are into fitness. You're very stable, and your co-workers really gossip about that as well. All right, Pilwan, I hope you have had some clarity over your situation, guys. If you like my content, please, please, please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Namaste. Hello, hello, pile 2. Let's see, what are your colleagues gossiping about you behind your back? All right. Clearly, your colleagues think that you are a person who is like, a lot of you are very much into spirituality, very grounded, a spiritual teacher into astrology. Your colleagues really gossip about it. They respect your intuitive and occultic power. A lot of you have naturally blessings. You have natural blessings in this occult and spiritual aspects. A lot of you could be into astrology, tarot, Reiki healing, crystals, herbs. A lot of you could be a very good mentor, good spiritual teacher. You know what? You are like that kind of a person who tend to attract a lot of um, those people who tend to carry a lot of karmic baggages, those who are really hurt in life, who tend to go through the difficulties of life and come, and they are really, disturbed souls in general. They tend to really be attracted towards you for sure. The hermit card. You are a person who is also very reclusive. Most of you are very quietly observant people, very stoic, do not really talk much, maybe not, maybe, labeled as introverts. Actually, most of you are probably into some kind of spiritual practices, absolutely. And apart from that, yoga, meditation, close staying in close contact with nature, that is your natural way of living. You guys are not naturally very social and sociable, and people really gossip about it, especially your co-workers, because especially I'm seeing that, when we cannot decode somebody, your co-workers, they can't decode you easily, and that's why they gossip about you. Three of Wands, a lot of you have actually migrated to a different place, a newcomer at your current place. A lot of you have migrated to a different country, different continent, and had to restart your life. And people, your co-workers, gossip about that as well, that this is a person who came from nowhere and have achieved so much after establishing themselves in a new place, in a new country, etc. So that is something, that's a talking point about you. Magician, it's a beautiful card to have, my pile number twos. First of all, this infinite signs, typically I'm seeing that you are being seen as somebody who is the, you are literally the alchemist of your own destiny. You are literally that person who can, who has, the magician has all the four elements of nature. You can use your manifestation power and the four elements of nature in order to manifest anything into reality. And that is one thing that your colleagues are really intrigued about. Some of them are really jealous about it, some are intrigued, some are curious. They actually talk about your manifestation capabilities, manifestation abilities, for sure. Yes, there has been, okay, the tower moment and the death card back to back. All right. So clearly, you know what, you guys, some of you have migrated to a different place because you had to restart your life because you had nothing left in your previous life. You guys yourself have carried a lot of baggage of your past, and now you have learned to let go of those baggages. You have learned to move on. The death card shows transformation and rejuvenation. The deck card actually has this green shoots which shows that, yeah, a part of you, the old you, has died. The old you, once life pushed you to this like very uncomfortable place. There was a time when you felt really backstabbed, betrayed by your own people. Maybe I'm seeing related to your job or your family, or maybe it's your own demons which actually pulled you down in life. Maybe a bit of both I'm seeing. Like, it's your like backstabbing from your so-called own people, at the same time you feeling really bad about your own self. So, there is a rejuvenation that has happened, and people talk about it that this is a person who has had a lot of you sadly could be having some kind of strong addiction history, but you have totally become sober and are now leading a better, more wholesome kind of a life. A lot of you could be also into counseling and stuff. Maybe even on the side you could be a trauma therapist or a counselor or a spiritual healer, because that is something that helped you. Sorry, I moved the camera a little bit. That is something that helped you guys in your work, in your inner work, in doing your inner work. All right guys, if you like my content, please hit the like button, share and subscribe. Your support would mean so much to me. Your support actually means a lot to me. All right, Six of Cups, you are a person who is so dedicated towards kids. You're very empathetic, very compassionate, very nurturing, giving in general, and you're very good with kids. That is something like your colleagues, your co-workers gossip that if this person ever became a, sorry, if this person ever became a parent, or if you are a parent already, like you are a fantastic parent or you'd make a fantastic parent. They, most of your colleagues and your friends and cousins who have kids, they probably tend to park their kids and small animals with you. You're very good with them. Your colleagues also gossip about, like, you are a person who is extremely, you're known for your perseverance at your workplace. You're like this tortoise, you never give up. You probably have survived a lot of things because of this mindset, this attitude that come what may, I'm not gonna give up. This is one thing that has probably kept you going. It has helped you move ahead in life. That's what I'm seeing. Six of Swords is a this in the face of severe impediments, severe criticism, harsh criticism. You guys have managed to carry on. You have managed to move ahead with your life, and that is something that I can see. And your co-workers really they gossip about it a lot. Your co-workers really feel great about that as well. Like, a lot of them actually feel jealousy. You are a very self-made hard-working person, somebody who has really created every bit of their life with their own hands, with their own abilities. You're a very capable person. You know, your co-workers gossip about how hardworking you are, how capable you are, how almost indispensable. I'll say, like, indispensable is nobody, but if there is something just right next to that, you are that person. Very hardworking, disciplined, dedicated, focused, that kind of a person. Excuse me. Seven of Swords. You are somebody who is genuinely, I'm saying genuinely, you are a person, you know, you are very calculating, very you know you, before jumping to conclusion, you think for a number of times. See, this guy is hiding with his ammunition behind the trees because he knows he is no match to three people. So you look at life not from a straight perspective. You have been backstabbed. So I'm seeing a lot of you probably have trust issues. Clearly I'm hearing trust issues. And you're but you know, once you start looking at people from a more left brain perspective, as they call it, very critical mindset, looking for the red flags, you will notice a lot of things which we would, like, silent covert manipulators tend to go under the radar, because we tend to brush off, most of us, a lot of things. But manipulation happens at a lot of levels, and now you're very good at looking at those, at hidden facades, hidden masks, transparent masks that people wear, and people actually talk about it. I'm seeing, like, it makes you more more astute. It makes you more a better observer of human character, and it makes you a better it helps you in decision making, and it helps you as a decision maker, and your colleagues really notice it about you, that you're a very wise person. It has made you, like, you know, once you have been traumatized, there are two ways of processing that. Either you uh, pass on that trauma, always ruminate, and I'm not discouraging, I'm not denigrating anybody, it's just this one way of doing it. Another is you learn from it, and you belong to the second category. That's what I'm hearing strongly. You are also the star. Yeah, you tend to get a lot of attention without even trying. You know, you are one of those people who would quietly walk into a room, but still people notice your aura. That kind of a person you are. You're very emotional, very creatively gifted. A lot of you probably have other creative gifts apart from occult and spirituality, and your colleagues really notice it about you. Yeah, Queen of Swords. Clearly you are a very wise person. You see right through people's facade. You know, you have seen a lot of ebb and flow, a lot of crest and flow in life, and you are a very good judge of human character. You're very sharp, very intelligent, and you would make a fantastic mentor figure to a lot of people. You're very hardworking. Wow. Like, you are a complete, you're being also seen as somebody who is a completely self-made person, who literally from ground up, they have created every facet of their life on their own. Four of Pentacles. You are a person who is also financially, you are very stable. I'm seeing you're one of those people who are financially very well off. You are financially, you are a person, but you're well off financially, but you do not believe in showing it off. You do not believe in, like, a lot of people actually gossip about you being stingy, but what I'm seeing is you're very good with your finances because you've been through rough periods. A lot of you are into meditation, life in quiet contemplation, life around the nature and stuff. Pisces can be significant for you, and I'm seeing some major, like, meditation vibes. Meditation, tantric healing, chakra meditation, then a life in, like, gardening, nature, pets. You probably have, you could be, like, into, very much into animals, animal rescue, multiple pets, rescued animals as pets, maybe a spokesperson of rescued animals. That kind of a thing can really work for you, and people really talk about it as well. You are very good. Like, people have a lot of appreciation. You know, the gossip is because they are really curious, and at the same time a lot of them are flabbergasted when they hear what you do on your free time. In your free time, take time to breathe out. Yeah, you're a very hardworking person. That is something a lot of people, a lot of your co-workers, well-meaning co-workers, will tell you to just, take a chill pill once in a while. What do you need to release? You are a person who has really managed to release your past karmic burden, and the karmic burden of our past tend to really overburden us at times. But you guys, my dear pile number two, you guys have managed to totally release that and have moved ahead and moved forward in life. Look at the bigger picture. You are somebody who has at last managed to, you have actually not just at last, sorry, you have actually got a perspective of a leader. People literally see, I'm seeing more than you yourself, people see a leader in you. You have a lot of naturally born leadership qualities about you, and people really notice that. People appreciate that. People really feel that you are a person who who could do way better in life if they had just applied themselves a little bit more. The age of light, you are a person who is very focused. You are like that ray of light, that ball of light in this whole sea of darkness. For a lot of people, your presence is very healing, very cathartic, and people tend to, this like hurt people tend to really gravitate towards you. So you probably should be a little bit careful about that. You tend to attract a lot of small animals. So animal rescue, animal activism, or some kind of activism, walking for justice, uh, walking into the legal system, even if it's on the side, can very well be a thing for you. Awakening, your co-workers feel that you are a very awakened person. Libra, I'm hearing Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Scorpio for sure. A strong Pluto or a strong Saturn placement, like on your first house, fourth house, seventh house, fifth house, 10th house, Saturn or Pluto can be seen. Awakening, yeah, you are a very, upgraded soul, very energetically, very at a very high vibrational level kind of situation you are in. Shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. You are a person who is very transformed, somebody who has really changed from your past. Like people from your past, they can no longer recognize you. That's what I'm seeing. Like, they're like, oh my goodness, is it the same person? Yeah, this is the same person, but not so. Like, not, they are similar, they look similar. Maybe a lot of you dress in a different way, present yourself to the world in a different way as well. You are the same person, but not exactly. That's what I'm seeing in most of you. I'm seeing some major, major positive shifting in you guys, and that is one thing that you guys are like, you guys are troopers. I'm seeing air guardian, shift your perception. You are a person who has, you have really changed people's perception about you. You have really managed to change and transform how people see you, what people notice about you. That is something that you have totally changed. That is a positive thing I'm seeing. And earlier, those people who would probably heckle you, those who would bully you, they are the ones who are respecting you today. They are the ones who are saying that maybe, oh god, we can no longer recognize you. Yes, for sure, they can no longer recognize the past you. They can no longer recognize who you used to be once upon a time. It's not like you are that person anymore. You are no longer that person. You no longer care about all that. You're very wise. You have grown within your current situation. You're very wise. You're very your wisdom, you have been through trauma, but you chose to grow instead of withering away, instead of breaking down. it's a choice that you make to make yourself stronger, that nothing that comes on my way can ever break me. Emotionally, you are a very strong person, very wise, way wiser beyond your age, and your co-workers really talk about it. A lot of you could be into, like, your work might take you make you do a lot of traveling, or maybe on your weekends, on your day off, you tend to travel around a lot. You're one of those people who will go to exotic places for hiking, for anything, like, a lot of you could be into some kind of adventure sports. Maybe you go to those exotic places, or maybe to go to places where they are like more quiet, peace and quiet, so you could connect with nature better. Going to the beaches and the hillocks, it can be anything. you know just going to quieter places. I'm hearing you tend to travel a lot to quieter places in search of more peace and harmony. That is one thing I'm hearing. You have managed, yeah, this is one thing. Forgive. You guys have really managed to forgive. Forgiveness is very important for our own self. You have managed to forgive your past and have managed to move on and move ahead with your life. That is one thing I can see for sure. Goal, you don't need someone else to fix you. Exactly. You are a person who no longer needs someone else to fix you. You have yourself for that. And I am somebody, I'm seeing that people really feel, your co-workers, colleagues literally feel that you are a very blessed soul. And they really feel blessed to be around you. You're one of the warmest people I'm seeing. Start a revolution. A lot of you tend to also come across as rebels. you know you don't have to be very vocal for that, but you tend to stand up against the injustices. That was something that I could hear, like animals, climate, um, LGBTQ rights, women rights, child rights. You tend to stand up for all that. You tend to speak out for all that. Thorns weave together the crown you deserve. Exactly. You are a person who has literally found opportunities in the adversity that life threw at you. Alright, now time for the guided messages pile 2. Life is as simple as you keep it, or as complicated as you make it. That's your own mantra, and people really respect that. I wish I could be as content as you are. Absolutely. People really wish that they were as content as you are. Work hard and your life will get easier. That's your mantra, and people really respect that as well. Live your life as an example for others to see. You genuinely believe in living your life as an example for others. Your empathy and compassion is a gift to the world. Clearly, people respect you for your empathetic perspective. Okay. There is always light if only we are brave enough to embrace it and make it a part of our journey. Exactly. You are somebody who is an ever optimistic person. Yeah, that is something like people really respect. After seeing so much in life, you guys still have maintained that, can maintain that positive perspective towards life is a great thing. Self-worth and self-respect. Clearly, you are somebody who is known to prioritize your self-worth and self-respect, which makes other people respect you as well. All right, time for the charms. Okay. You are very intuitive and creatively blessed. People also find you to be very ethereal. People also think of you as a visionary. A lot of you have very humane visions, I'm hearing. You are blessed. People feel you are a manifestation magnet. Okay. You are the star for sure. People feel your good times have arrived. You are a unicorn. Very rare. Okay, start twice. You are like this rare pearl. Okay. This pearl and this shells, you are a rare gift to humankind. That's the mindset. You hold the key to your own destiny. Alright, pile 2. I hope you have had some clarity over your situation. If yes, please hit the like button, share and subscribe. Thank you. Namaste.